Welcome back to Addictopydia, where we talk about the real stories behind addiction and recovery. No judgment, no shame, just truth. Today we're talking about one of the most raw, honest, and powerful voices in hip-hop history, DMX, a man who fought inner demons, battled addiction, and used his faith to guide not only himself, but millions of others. This is the story of Earl DMX Simmons, his struggle with crack cocaine, his multiple recoveries, and his lasting message of hope. DMX wasn't born addicted. Like so many others, his addiction started with pain and betrayal. At just 14 years old, DMX was given a blunt laced with crack cocaine by someone he trusted, his mentor. He didn't know what he was smoking until it was too late. That moment changed everything. It's a tragic example of how addiction can begin with manipulation, not choice. And from that moment on, he battled the chains of crack cocaine for the rest of his life.
Y'all ready to party? Y'all ready to party?
This early exposure shows us how environment, trauma, and influence can shape someone's path. For DMX, drugs weren't an escape from fame. They were a way to survive pain long before the world knew his name. By the late 1990s, DMX was unstoppable. Albums like It's Dark and Hell is Hot and Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood made him a global superstar. But behind the stage lights, he was fighting daily battles with crack addiction, depression, and childhood trauma. He entered rehab multiple times, openly admitting his relapses. Yet what set DMX apart was his honesty. He didn't hide his addiction. He talked about it. He prayed about it. He used his interviews and music as confessions, turning his pain into poetry. In songs like Slippin', DMX didn't glorify drugs. He revealed how hard it was to climb out once you've fallen. That's something millions could relate to. Not just addicts, but anyone battling their inner darkness. Throughout his life, DMX checked into rehab several times. He admitted his weaknesses publicly, saying, this level of self-awareness became part of his recovery journey, and even when he relapsed, he never stopped trying. In 2019, he entered rehab again, not because of a relapse, but to protect his peace. He said he wanted to stay strong for his family and fans. That's what recovery truly looks like, and not perfection, but persistence. DMX showed us that recovery isn't a straight line. It's a fight, sometimes daily, but every attempt counts. Because every time he got back up, he reminded the world, addiction doesn't define you, your strength does. Even in his final years, DMX became a symbol of faith and redemption. He spoke openly about prayer, forgiveness, and healing. He encouraged others to seek help, especially men afraid to show vulnerability. That message inspired thousands to enter rehab, reach out for therapy, or turn back to faith. DMX may have lost his battle physically. He passed away in 2021, but spiritually, his impact still lives on. He used his scars to heal others. DMX's story reminds us that addiction doesn't erase greatness. It's a disease, not a moral failure. And no matter how many times you fall, recovery is always possible. So if you're struggling, don't give up. Reach out, talk to someone, get help. This is Addictopydia, where somisoan armanda despur soman, den samin ber and pamisomber puan. Where stories like DMX's remind us, even through darkness, healing is possible. Rest in peace, DMX. Your truth still saves lives.